everyone, welcome to Glow with Grace. This is a 20-month update for our daughter Oria. She just turned 20 months a few days ago. It took me a while to make this video because our kitchen's being reconstructed and it's just like nutso. There's dust everywhere. Mr. Monarch's actually working right here because he doesn't like being out there in all the dust.
I'm miserable. Not really, but he's pissed about the kitchen. Pissed! Okay.
So, here we go with stuff about Oria in the last month before she turned 20 months. Okay, she really seems to get it now about the moon and the sun. She like totally gets it that in the daytime there's the sun and in the nighttime there's the moon, and when there's the moon we go to sleep. It's so sweet. She just like as soon as the sun goes down she's like, no sun! No sun! And then she wants to go and see the moon, and she says sleep now in English. But for some reason she puts an E on the end of it, so she says sleepy. But she doesn't mean like that she's tired, she just means like sleep, like it's time for sleep. She's sleepy. So that's been really sweet, especially with the full moon the last couple of days. There's just been like super intense energy from the full moon, and the moon's been like so clear in the sky, and she, you know, it's still there when she wakes up in the morning and she'll be like, sun, moon! Like she understands that they're both there and like one of them's coming and one of them's going. It's really sweet. She's just so connected to that. Another thing, there's a plant here that has all these kind of little spiky things that get stuck in your shoes, and she's kind of really focused on this plant all the time. It's amazing. Like she really knows like where those plants are. She can totally identify them, and she'll be like, ow! Like she knows that that's an owl plant, and if they get stuck, a lot of them in the bottom of her shoe, she'll give me her shoes and be like, ow! Like I have to remove all the spines, you know, from her shoe. On my shoes or anyone's shoes, she doesn't like it if these things are stuck in there. She also, she's been coming with me in the mornings quite a lot recently to pick the greens for our juice and our smoothie. So I pick like a mass of greens every morning, and it's really cool because she can totally identify all these different greens. Like she's really into fennel, and she'll be like, fennel! And we have to go and pick fennel, and she like eats some, and then she knows that nettles, for example, are ow. Like she knows, and she knows like to not go and touch the nettles, or if I put some into one of the collecting things, like she doesn't go and touch them. And it's just really cool, like that she's like, you know, 20 months and she's completely aware of like all these different greens that she can eat and the qualities about them. She started to hold my hand a lot when she's walking around different places, like if something looks like she might fall or something, or always when we're leaving the bath and coming back into this part of the house, she always wants to hold my hand. It's so sweet. It's just like the sweetest thing when she wants to hold my hand. And also we'll sometimes be like one person on either side of her. Like yesterday we were in town and I had a hand on one side and Mr. Monarch had her on the other side, and she wants us to like, we go like 1, 2, 3, and then we pick her up and go whee, and she kind of like flies through the air for a few seconds. She loves that. She's always like, again, again, again. Oh, she had a little kind of semi-regression in one aspect of her behavior in this last month. She started to take all of her clothes out of her cupboard again and throw them all on the floor, which is, if you remember, something that she was doing a lot quite a few months ago. And she totally stopped doing it for like many months, and she suddenly just started doing it again in this last month. So there would just be like this pile of her clothes on the floor all the time, and you know, we would try and like pick them up and put them back into order again, like these here and these here, and she would just do it again. And in the end I was just like, forget it, you know, just like we're just gonna throw everything in the cupboard in one heap. And now she stopped doing it again. She's become really talented with her little wooden toys. She has all these different wooden toys like puzzles and stacking things and stuff, and just suddenly in the last month, Russian dolls as well, she's become really interested in them all and really good at doing them all. Just like it just suddenly all fitted into place, you know, and she can just do them by herself. It's amazing to see. She is thankfully starting to use the squat toilet that we had made for her. Some of you might have seen this squat toilet in a video that Mr. Monarch did. Maybe I'll go and try and get a screenshot of that video or something and put it in here. It's a pretty amazing thing that we had made locally by a blacksmith. I think you can buy them commercially as well, but probably not in Ecuador. And we made it, and we just had no idea if she was going to use it or not. If you don't know the background to Oria with her toilet stuff, she's always been diaper free. She's never worn a diaper her whole life. And at one point she got into wanting to always go to the toilet on the floor, which I mean is okay because we have like tile floor, so it's not that much of a big deal in that sense. It was just more annoying than anything, and I really wanted to try to help her to use the toilet, but because she's never had a diaper and she's always just gone to the toilet naturally, she squats, right? She knows nothing about sitting on a toilet. It's completely unnatural for humans to sit on a toilet to have a bowel movement. So she's always done it completely naturally by squatting, and we didn't want to kind of like take that away from her and make her like sit on a toilet. So we had the squat toilet made, and thankfully she's really into it. She's like, she loves it. And so now whenever I sense that she's about to go to the toilet, I say like, let's go to the toilet, and she'll be like, toilet, and she's excited about it, you know, and we go there, and she's just like really skillful at getting herself up there and in position and stuff, and it's just really nice that she is excited about that, you know, and instead of like going to the toilet on the floor all the time. Another funny little thing that she likes to do is she likes to pick up her toys and tell them that they have to dance all the time, or she like makes them dance. She says it in Spanish, and she'll just pick up anything and just be like, baila, 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 and then she'll get another one and do the same, and it's just like constant. She wants everyone to dance all the time. Her sleep pattern has been kind of all over the place in the last month. She had completely cut out sleeping in the day, napping, like totally cut it out. I thought it was done with, and then suddenly her sleep pattern kind of got all messed up, and she wasn't sleeping enough at night, so then she was sleeping in the day, so then she wasn't sleeping enough at night, you know, kind of just this cycle. And then we kind of got her out of that again, and now she's in it again, like not sleeping enough at night and sleeping in the daytime. So it was kind of frustrating for me because, you know, I'm the main person like kind of dealing with her tiredness and trying to help her to sleep and all that kind of stuff. So I hope we can get her back in the cycle again where she's just sleeping the 12 hours at night and nothing in the daytime. And, you know, it's just a process. We'll see when and how we can get there. She's also been changing things around in terms of nursing. When Mr. Monarch was in the US, I mentioned this last time, I'm sure, she cut down her nursing a lot. Like she was down to, I don't know, like maybe 4 times a day or something nursing. And since he came back, which was so beautiful, if you haven't seen that video, he put a video up of when he came back, and she was just like so excited. So yeah, when he came back, it was kind of like she went more into like her regular routines again, and she's nursing more again now, which is fine. You know, I have no issue with how much she nurses. I just thought she was like going in a different direction, and now she's back again. So there's been quite a lot of turbulence, I guess, when I look at it like this in the last month in terms of her patterns. She's been kind of like changing things up and around a lot. Okay, I know a lot of you want to see footage of Oria rather than me talking about Oria, and there were certain things I was talking about last month that people wanted to see, specifically Oria in the swimming pool. So here's a clip of that. She was with her little friend there in the swimming pool, really sweet. And here's some footage of her from a few days ago. In the morning, we were on the trampoline, and then she was seeing the horses. You got berries? Let's go to the trampoline. Yeah! You want Mum to come on? Wow! Ah! Clever, clever, Ray. You want Mum to come on? Okay, Ray. Mama's coming. Mama take her shoes off, yeah? Woo! Mama sit down. Mama's gonna sit here, Ray. Ah. Ah. Boom! Uh-oh, sit down, Raya. Boom, boom, boom! Mama's shoes. Mama took her shoes off, didn't she? What a face. What's that face, Roro? Boing, boing. Mama jump? Alright, every time Mama jumps, you say, Mama, sit down. Are you eating the horse's food?
Pepino.
Wow.
Pepino.
Pepino va a comer.
Look. It's the horses. Hi. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Solitary Sparky. They might want to eat your cucumber, hey? They like cucumbers too. Thanks, Elsimin. Mama's going to give it to Barbie.
Mama.
To our Barbie doll. Num, num, Barbie. Oh, careful, Raya, because Sally's really... She likes to grab, doesn't she, Sally? She'll go num, num. She'll take all of it. Oh. She's a cheekster, Raya. She wants all your cucumber.
Pepino.
Oh, that was so generous, Raya. You're going to give some to Sparky? Mama's going to give this piece to Sparky, okay? Num, num, Sparky. You're such a funny boy, Sparky. Hi, my love. Hi, my boy. Hi, Sparkles. Hey, Cherry. Cherry, you didn't get any cucumber yet, did you? I'm sorry. Where do you have a piece there for Cherry? Because Cherry didn't have any. You gonna have all that? Maybe we can bring something else for Cherry, yeah? Look at Sally. Can Mama give this one to Cherry? Thank you, Raya. That's so generous. Thank you. Mama's gonna give it to Cherry Boy. Nom, nom, Cherry Star. We love you, horses. I hope that satisfies your Araya viewing passions. So now the last section, I would like to talk about her language in the last month. I just want to say I'm probably only going to keep track of like her words and her language until she's like 2 years old. I just, you know, my degree was in linguistics. I just find this really fascinating. But I'm at a point where I'm realizing I'm missing so much. Like I tried to do the list of all of her words that she came out with, new words in this last month, and I just know I missed like a ton. I think I got like about 60 written down, but it's irritating, you know. I'm like, what was it she said? And I just can't remember. So I think I'll keep going until she's like 2 years old, and then I think I'll just totally lose the plot. This last month, mostly she has been using 3 and 4 word phrases, which is just amazing. You know, last month she started to use those kind of phrases, and now it's just like her standard. You know, she just comes out with these little kind of mini sentences all the time. It's really cool to see. She kind of went nutso with Spanish words this last month. You might remember the month before, she just like totally went nutso with her English words, like really expanded that section of her vocabulary. This last month, it was mostly about Spanish words. So she just has this enormous vocabulary now in both languages, and most things she knows the name for them now in English and Spanish. She still favors the Spanish. I was talking to a friend about this recently who works with children who are like bilingual English and Spanish, and she said the same thing, that she notices that they almost always favor the Spanish because it seems like it's just easier to say. So it's interesting, you know, it's like so many things. She knows the word in both languages, but she'll almost always choose the Spanish. Okay, so here are Araya's words in the last month that she came out with new words. Okay, English first. She said pollen, tiny, baba, which is what Mr. Monarch and I call each other, and sometimes she says it too. Sparky, the name of one of our horses. Barbie, another horse. Boom! If she falls over or something falls down, she says boom. Nodja, it's just so funny. I say Nodja for nose. And one day we were in the bath and she just suddenly went, Nodja! So funny. Fish. There's fish in our pond here and she knows about fish. Bye, hi, for, as in, this is for Oria. She'll say like, for mama, for Oria. Bell, ding ding ding. Sleep, and she says sleepy, but she means sleep, like let's go to sleep. Johnson is the name of one of her toys in the bath, like a little diver guy, he's called Johnson. Oil, I put oil on her skin, especially like if she's having any teething stuff, I put chamomile oil, chamomile essential oil on her feet, and I put other oils on, especially at the moment it's very dry and dusty in our house, so I'm oiling her body a lot. Oil. Chadley. Chadley is the name of one of her toy dogs. Cherry, another horse name. Fennel, she loves to eat fennel. Rainbow, so sweet. There's a lot of rainbows where we live, and she'll suddenly just think about rainbows at some point and she wants to see one, and we try to explain like we don't get to just automatically see them in the sky, we could look at pictures of them but they don't just suddenly appear in the sky usually. Okay, and then in Spanish she said fresa, strawberry, which we actually think she probably has an allergy to, strawberries, just a mild allergy. Baja, like down, if she sees something on a table that she wants, she'll be like baja, baja, like she wants it to come down. Saul, one of the guys who works in the gardens. Juan, one of the guys working in the kitchen right now. Cesar is Juan's brother who's also working in the kitchen, and she's just like obsessed with the guys working in the kitchen. She's just like talking about them all the time, saying their names, and she wants to see what they're doing. And so, pelo, hair. Ropa, clothes or clothing. She talks a lot about that. Blusa, t-shirt or blouse. Para, as in for Oria, like para Oria, like the same as with for Oria, she'll say para. Roto, like broken, ripped, torn kind of thing. She says that now. Hermosa, like beautiful, but she says mosa. Oh God, all of these things like trip me up so much in Spanish. I don't even know what they are, but she'll say like all of these words like es, esta, esa, este, eso, like all of those kind of God, what are they called? Some kind of pronoun, I forget the word. But she uses all of those kind of things. So she'll say like es mama, like it's mama, or esa mama, like that one's for mama, or esta like she just uses all these words and I don't even know how to use them properly in Spanish, but I'm sure I'm going to be able to learn from her. She says ella, as in like her. She'll be like ella mama. She says arena, like sand. She has a sandbox that she loves to play in and hide things in, especially passion fruits. Like the passion fruit plant is right above her sandbox and they all fall down, and she takes them and she wants to like bury them, and she'll be like ciao, sleepy, like she thinks they're going to sleep in the sand. Dadai is something that they say around here for something that's like kind of dirty, disgusting. Guantes, she's been obsessed with gloves this last month as well, because she saw one of the guys working in the kitchen with a glove on, and that was it. She just got triggered for gloves, and now she's just like all about gloves all the time. Lleva, to like bring or carry. She found this big chunk of wood out in a field somewhere the other day, and for some reason she decided she wanted to bring it to me. I wasn't with her at the time, and she was just like, Lleva mama, and she brought this thing all the way back to the house where I was and gave it to me. I was like, oh, thanks, right? Hueco, hole. Plumas, we've got an ostrich. We didn't really tell you guys that yet, and hopefully Mr. Monarch will do a video soon sharing the ostrich in full. She's called Zella. She's 9 months old. She's huge. She's amazing. Anyway, she has these enormous feathers, as you can imagine. She's an ostrich, and Oria's been collecting the feathers that fall on the ground, and she knows, that's another thing that she knows in English and Spanish. She says feather in English, and then she says plumas. In Spanish, chicas, girls, bravo! So I make a big green smoothie every morning for everyone here on the land, the workers and us, and whenever she is drinking her green smoothie and like everyone's there, they'll be like bravo if she like lifts it up and drinks by herself, and it's just really sweet. So now she's picked that up, and she'll, whenever she does something and she thinks that she's done it really well or something, she'll be like bravo. It's really sweet. Hojas, leaves, like when we go and pick the greens in the morning. Ojos, eyes. Moras, berries. Baño, the squat toilet. Oh man, I forgot to look this one up. I think it's gorra. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a cap. She's got really into wearing hats again. She used to wear hats all the time when she was a baby, and then she just got like totally turned off them suddenly, and she didn't wear them for months, and now she's into hats again. Gorra, I think it is. Uñas, nails, she likes those a lot. Ciao, guapa, beautiful. Baña, like from bañar, to wash, you know, to bathe. She'll say baña a lot, like if she wants to like put something in the bath, it's because she wants, you know, she's saying that she wants it to bathe, you know. Malo, bad, like if she hurts herself or something, she might say like malo. Mandarina, the mandarins are in season right now and she loves them. She'll just go and sit under the mandarin tree and just eat them non-stop, and she says rina for mandarin. Pepas, seeds, but she also says pepas for our female dog Jade. When Jade's like laying on the ground and you can see her, like her nipples lined up, she'll say pepas and try and count them and stuff. Chivo, goat. Oh, and she has a little sentence that she says, ¿Dónde estás? Like, where are you? But she says, todas, todas. So she'll like hide something on purpose behind a pillow or something, and then be like, todas, and she'll try and find it. Oh, and she came out with something that like a kind of real sentence in this last month, like something that an adult might say, you know? And I was kind of like, whoa. She was looking at light bulbs and calling them bolas, balls, and she saw one lamp that didn't have a light bulb in it, and she said, no tiene bola, like it doesn't have a ball. And I was just like, whoa, that was a real sentence. So yeah, it's just amazing to watch her language develop, and I see that this video is ridiculously long. As usual, I don't seem to be capable of making short videos, I'm sorry. And that's Oria's 20-month update. See you next time. Thanks for being here, ciao.